I'm Samalid Hogan, and I'm joined today by Cinda Jones. Cinda grew up actively involved in the ninth generation, managing her family lands holdings. She got her start in the family business at the age of 10, cutting yellow triangles out of sheets of plastic for foresters to use as boundary markers. Since then, she has worked her way up the career ladder. Cinda's goals as president of Cowls have been to grow the timberland holdings, diversify forest-based opportunities, redevelop Cowles property in North Amherst Village Center, and define Cowles as a land conservation leader. Most of all, she wants to leave the family business for the 10th generation as very successful. Thank you for joining us today, Cinda.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Cinda, can you tell us a bit more about your family history and specifically its ties to the Mill District property in Amherst?
Yes, so I'm the ninth generation, and you read how I grew up in the timber business, doing very interesting jobs. But I was the ninth generation of my family to grow up working in the family business, and it has been something different in every generation. So it's been agricultural, it's been a trolley depot, it's been a lumber yard, it's been cow dairy operation with milk being shipped to Holyoke on the trolley cars. And my brother and I are the ninth generation, and we are building the Mill District. And it's going to be an eats, arts, and entertainment destination. It's quickly growing. We just finished the last phase, the most recent phase as North Square.
Excellent. Yeah, so you mentioned the Mill District. Can you tell us a bit more about that development, what's currently there, and what's being planned for the future?
Yes. Thank you for visiting a couple weeks ago. It was great to show you around. So we took my grandmother's cow barn and we turned that into a grocery store a few years ago. And then we built something that looks like a trolley barn. And it actually is a new building, and it houses Jake's Cafe, the Lift Salon, and it has 4 luxury apartments above. And that, together with Kohl's Building Supply, which my dad built in the 80s, and Riverside Park Shops, was the Mill District until about a year ago when Beacon Community Development asked to partner with us, and they built 130 residential units above 22,000 square feet of commercial space that belongs to Kohl's now. And so I am working to make a downtown village square out of these buildings I've already named and the new North Square.
Great. And you did mention that I did visit there. Thank you for the tour. I observed a beautiful playground, just nice open spaces for families to enjoy. I saw the open spaces available for rent for commercial uses. I saw the apartments, the beautiful amenities you have there, the gym, the community room. Some of those amenities, of course, are being used right now at a limited capacity due to the pandemic, but nevertheless, they're there for the tenants to enjoy. So very, very nice development. It seems like it was a great partnership there for developing those apartment buildings, and we definitely look forward to what you have in store for the retail. So any updates there in terms of the retail, some of the things that you plan to do there?
Yes, so we have 2 playgrounds for children currently, and we have a growing art installation that's going up on the barns and nearby spaces. We just put a cow in the peak of the cow barn in the rafters. It's so cool looking. But that is where Provisions is about to move across the river and open a second location. And they have fine food, craft beer, and really great wines. They're bringing a cheesemonger who will have hundreds of varieties of cheese and dried meats and cured meats and a lot of other foods available. And so we're super excited about them. And the Mill District General Store will open soon after that. And they'll be just across the square. And then Hannah's Gallery is opening with local artists. And those are the three that we're sure about coming up.
That's awesome. It is a very exciting place. So I do recommend to people, folks can just kind of like park in the parking lot and kind of just walk around, see the grounds and take a look right now and maybe enjoy the restaurants that are across the street for now. And then in the future, you have some more in your own space there. Um, and can you tell us a little bit about, have you faced any challenges in your field as a woman in business? Can you share any learning experiences and challenges you have had to overcome?
It's pretty interesting. I worked for 10 years in Washington, D.C. in the timber industry. And I always felt like I had all the benefit of our mothers and grandmothers before us because I got promotions because I was a woman and they wanted to fill spots with women in that business because there weren't any with experience. So I had the best of both worlds so far in this business, like going to industry events in the lumber and forest business. Like I'd get opportunities because I was a woman and there always was an open bathroom stall because all the men were using the men's room and women weren't there so much. I think they're increasing in numbers and that's really awesome. I've had like some sexual harassment when I was really young and right out of college. And I handled that pretty well, I think. But I've been lucky not to have a lot of the pitfalls because I think our mothers led the way so well for our careers to flourish.
That's fabulous.
Do you agree?
Thank you for sharing that. Sorry, I think it was a little bit of a lag there, so I might have cut you off. Do you want to finish your last sentence?
I wondered if you had a similar experience. Do you feel like you're an asset because you're a woman in a world that wants to make up for past when women weren't executives? You're in a high-powered position. Do you feel like you had to work twice as hard to get there, or did you were people welcoming of you because you were better representative of our world?
That's a good question. So I do feel that I feel like in every position, every job, I had to somewhat prove myself, but I was also very highly valued because not only being a woman, but also being Latina and being bilingual, it's, as you know, it's an asset in our economy and our culture right now because it's a way to connect with all of the larger communities. The largest growing communities here in America are Latino, and so it's overall been not too bad. I have worked in economic development for the past 16 years, and that's mainly male dominated field, but I get along with my colleagues very well. And as you said, I've been able to, move up the career ladder myself and now directing an office and have a great team that's working with me at the Small Business Center. So I feel very fortunate so far. And I think the only big challenges I've had is kind of just back when I was in college, trying to get to UMass Amherst. I did have my mom, single mom with 3 kids, hard to get the kids through college. So I did have to get 2 jobs at that time. But other than that, I feel very fortunate. Yeah. So can you share with me, how has your business, your industry, well, your business in particular, because I know the industry overall, commercial real estate has been somewhat impacted by COVID-19 and the pandemic, but your business, it's more land focused, although you have farm businesses. So tell us about that. Like, how have you been impacted by COVID-19 and what have you done to be able to surpass some of those challenges?
Okay. So we have many aspects of our business. We have the timberland, and because people are still building and needing toilet paper, we're harvesting trees and selling them to pulp and paper and wood products companies. So that's still going okay. The building supply store, I think, is down about 20%, but that's better than a lot of businesses are. So we're feeling lucky that we're only down 20%. We have a lot of tenants, and we've had to forgive some rent and help spend a lot more money helping our tenants survive this, and I hope it works. We care a lot about our tenants, and we invest in our current tenants because we appreciate them and we know their lifetime value is amazing. So when Jake's had to figure out how to have outdoor dining, we bought the outdoor fencing setup that they had to have, and we're right there moving barriers to make it possible. And when the lift wasn't getting indoor clients, we created the first outdoor hair salon complete with a sink and the hair wash station outdoors in the parking lot, just so that they could get through this period. And we're really proud of the extra efforts we took. It's expensive, and we think not only it's the right thing to do, but it feels like proof that we're a good investment for people to locate their businesses with us after COVID, or making a commitment now for after COVID. We expected to be in the position of having about 18,000 square feet available in North Amherst right now. And we are being picky about how we fill it. And we want a third restaurants, no more than a third. And we want mostly retail and experiential retail. And we want experiences like activities and fun services.
Right. And I know you have engaged with a commercial real estate firm here in Springfield to help you fill in those spots. That's NAI Plotkin, is that correct?
Yes, they've been awesome. They're so great. Kristen advertises all over the place, and Clay's been showing space. Evan understands placemaking, and he is helping us with arts and music ideas. We hope to have, the equivalent of his jazz festival up here, and we're so excited for this partnership.
Awesome. So if people are interested in looking at this space, they should be contacting them?
Yeah, that would be great. Clay and Evan and Kristen at NAI Plotkin in Springfield. That would be great.
Awesome. And then we already established that you are a family business, and there's many family-owned businesses here in the Valley, in the Pioneer Valley. What advice would you give to other folks who are in a similar situation as you, in terms of, how to overcome some of these obstacles right now?
I love that question. It's actually one I've thought about a lot, and I've been asked to give speeches on this subject. The Young Presidents Organization, I just gave the same lesson that you're asking about, ironically. So a lot of family businesses are antiquated, and the reason why mine has survived for 9 generations is because we weren't afraid to change what was outdated. If there was still a trolley system in the street, we wouldn't be able to get by it with our delivery trucks, right? If we didn't shut down the sawmill, we wouldn't have North Square and a downtown where people connect. So I guess my message has been, people say they're in a family business because it's the best opportunity they have. It's like golden handcuffs. And so I say, turn your golden handcuffs into a golden opportunity. You don't have to keep the business that you inherited. Figure out the best assets in that business. If it's real estate on the corner of a main street, you don't have to keep a dry cleaner in there. You could use it for helping people figure out how to pay rent. What is your favorite thing? What would get you up in the morning? And figure out how to integrate that into your family business, whether it's changing the business model entirely or just adapting it a little bit. Like maybe maybe you love to sew dresses or make hats, and you have a dry cleaning business. Well, you could combine that very easily and make it something that you care about. Because if the person running the family business isn't excited about what that business does, it won't survive. And if it isn't doing something relevant to their generation, it won't survive. So don't take the business you were given, make it yours.
That's some great
And
advice.
maybe yours is the one that you were given, but look at it. Look at your assets and opportunities and figure out if it's the best it can be for you.
That's some great advice. And absolutely, I think you're right on the money. A lot of the family businesses that I have unfortunately seen not make it throughout the years is because of their, their lack of ability to change with the times and adapt and do something and change the business, morph it into something they really love to do every day and get up in the morning and do. So thank you for that advice. And
my pleasure.
Thank you for joining us today, Cinda, and thank you all for watching.
Thank you.